In the Horn of Africa, Somaliland stands as a rare beacon of peace and democracy, a place where hope has quietly taken root against all odds. Here, in a region often defined by conflict and instability, Somaliland has charted a different course, one marked by self-reliance, resilience, and a deep sense of national pride. Despite being unrecognized by any country or international body, Somaliland has persisted, forging ahead with determination. Its people carry passports that few nations accept, and its borders remain invisible on most world maps, yet their sense of identity is unshakable. For over 30 years, Somaliland has built its own government, currency, and national identity, creating institutions from the ground up. The Somaliland shilling circulates in bustling markets, and its parliament debates the future of a nation that the world refuses to see. Even as the world looks the other way, Somaliland's leaders and citizens have pressed on, undeterred by the lack of embassies or international recognition. Their commitment to self-governance is unwavering. While Somalia struggled with chaos, Somaliland quietly held elections and built stable institutions from scratch. Ballots replaced bullets, and the rule of law took root where others saw only uncertainty. Its people have fostered a unique stability, making it a regional outlier. In the streets of Hargeisa, families walk in peace, and markets buzz with life, a stark contrast to the turmoil beyond its borders. Yet, international bodies cling to the One Somalia policy, leaving Somaliland in diplomatic limbo, its passport nearly useless, its economy isolated. Trade is stifled, and opportunities are limited, but the people remain undeterred, finding creative ways to connect with the world. But the tides are shifting. As the sun rises over Somaliland's rugged landscape, new possibilities begin to emerge. Somaliland's stability and strategic location are drawing new attention. The port of Berbera, once overlooked, is now seen as a vital gateway for trade and security in the region. The world is starting to see Somaliland not as a breakaway, but as a pragmatic partner in a volatile region. Foreign delegations arrive, exploring opportunities for cooperation and investment. Its long coastline on the Gulf of Aden is now a critical asset for global commerce. International shipping lanes pass just offshore, making Somaliland's stability more important than ever. Years of patient statecraft are converging with urgent regional needs. Security, trade, and diplomacy are now at the forefront of Somaliland's agenda as it seeks to play a constructive role in the Horn of Africa. Somaliland is stepping out of the shadows, not because the world changed, but because it changed the facts on the ground. Roads, schools, and hospitals rise where there was once only uncertainty. Its journey is a testament to what determined state building can achieve, even in the face of overwhelming odds. The spirit of its people, their resourcefulness and unity, have turned isolation into opportunity. Now Somaliland's quiet resilience is finally impossible to ignore. As the world takes notice, the story of this unrecognized nation offers a powerful lesson that hope, perseverance, and vision can shape a future even when the world refuses to see it. In early 2024, Somaliland and Ethiopia signed a bold memorandum of understanding, marking a turning point in the Horn of Africa's complex political landscape. This agreement was not just another diplomatic gesture, it was a move that sent shockwaves through the region and beyond. The deal upended the region's status quo, challenging long-standing assumptions about borders, sovereignty, and alliances in the Horn of Africa. Ethiopia, a landlocked nation with a population of over 120 million, has long been desperate for reliable sea access. Through this deal, it secured a 50-year lease on Somaliland's coast, granting it the right to build a naval base and develop a commercial port at Berbera, an economic and strategic lifeline. In exchange, Somaliland gained a valuable stake in Ethiopian Airlines, Africa's largest and most successful carrier. More importantly, the agreement offered Somaliland a potential path toward the international recognition it has sought for decades, a goal that has eluded it since declaring independence in 1991. The deal immediately sparked outrage in Somalia, which still claims Somaliland as its territory. Regional powers like Egypt and Turkey quickly became involved, each with their own interests and rivalries, raising fears that the agreement could ignite a wider conflict in an already volatile region. Yet the agreement forced the world to confront Somaliland's reality and its growing strategic value. International media descended on Hargeisa, and global leaders began to take notice of Somaliland's ambitions and its role in regional stability. Somaliland was no longer waiting for permission from the world. It was acting as a sovereign state, making bold decisions on its own terms and asserting its place on the international stage. The era of passive diplomacy had ended. Somaliland's assertive foreign policy had begun, signaling a new chapter in its quest for legitimacy and influence. The ripples from this landmark deal are still spreading across the Horn of Africa, reshaping alliances and forcing the world to reconsider the region's future. At the heart of Somaliland's rise is Berbera Port, transformed by over $440 million in investment from DP World. Once a sleepy harbor, Berbera is now a world-class gateway, handling 500,000 containers a year. The port's success has created jobs, attracted international companies, and anchored a new economic zone. Berbera is more than infrastructure. It's Somaliland's ticket to economic leverage and global relevance. The Berbera Corridor, a modern highway to Ethiopia, is reshaping regional trade. For a state lacking recognition, Berbera's success is proof of competence and reliability. Somaliland now engages the world as a credible partner, not a supplicant. Strategic investment in Berbera is unlocking both economic independence and political influence. For Ethiopia, Berbera Port is a strategic lifeline, breaking its dependence on Djibouti for maritime trade. The 2024 deal with Somaliland gives Ethiopia a vital alternative route and a foothold on the Gulf of Aden. This partnership is mutually beneficial. Somaliland gains a powerful ally. Ethiopia secures its economic future. The Berbera Corridor is turning political agreements into logistical reality, fueling Ethiopia's growth. Yet, Ethiopia's pivot has angered Somalia and unsettled regional powers. Still, Addis Ababa is betting that the long-term benefits outweigh the diplomatic fallout. By aligning with Somaliland, Ethiopia is reshaping the Horn's geopolitical map. Somaliland's coast sits at the entrance to the Bab al-Mandeb Strait, a choke point for a third of global shipping. Recent Houthi attacks in the Red Sea have underscored the region's volatility and Somaliland's value as a stable outpost. Global powers are taking notice. Greece, the UAE, and even the US are deepening engagement with Somaliland. Berbera is emerging as a key logistics and security hub, attracting investment and military interest. Somaliland is now at the center of great power competition in the Red Sea. This attention brings both opportunity and risk, demanding careful navigation. In a turbulent region, Somaliland's stability is its greatest asset and its biggest bargaining chip. After decades of fruitless lobbying for international recognition, Somaliland has shifted its approach. Instead of waiting endlessly for the world to acknowledge its independence, the region has embraced a pragmatic strategy, one that prioritizes action over protocol and results over rhetoric. Somaliland is now acting like a state in every practical sense, signing deals with foreign partners, attracting much-needed investment, and building economic and diplomatic partnerships that strengthen its position. The government is focused on creating opportunities for its people and demonstrating its capacity to govern effectively, regardless of formal recognition. The recent Memorandum of Understanding with Ethiopia is the clearest example of this new approach. This binding agreement compels other nations and organizations to engage with Somaliland as a sovereign actor, even if they stop short of official recognition. It's a bold move that puts Somaliland on the regional map. International businesses and investors are following suit, offering de facto recognition through their actions. By investing in Somaliland's infrastructure, ports, and industries, they are signaling confidence in its stability and future potential. Somaliland is building statehood from the outside in, using its strategic assets, like the Berbera port and its secure borders, to bypass diplomatic roadblocks and prove its value to the region and beyond. The dream of full international recognition remains alive, but the focus has shifted to achieving practical sovereignty, delivering services, maintaining security, and fostering national pride among its citizens. As Somaliland becomes more indispensable to regional security and trade, its role as a gateway for commerce and stability in the Horn of Africa grows. This increasing importance may eventually make formal recognition not just possible, but inevitable. For now, pragmatism is paying off where protocol failed, turning Somaliland into a model of resilience and self-determination in a challenging region. Somaliland's future is powered by its strategic location, democratic stability, and economic momentum. Berbera Port and its economic zone are engines for growth, attracting investment and creating jobs. The country's long coastline offers potential for fishing, renewables, and even hydrocarbons. Each new partnership strengthens Somaliland's de facto sovereignty and case for recognition. In a world of great power rivalry, Somaliland's stability and democracy are unique assets. Its record of peaceful elections makes it a natural partner for Western democracies. By upholding the rule of law, Somaliland can attract powerful allies and new opportunities. Its success story is becoming harder for the world to ignore. Despite its progress, Somaliland faces serious risks. The Ethiopia deal has triggered fierce opposition from Somalia and its allies, raising the specter of conflict. Regional bodies offer little protection. Somaliland must tread carefully to avoid escalation. Internally, youth unemployment and gaps in public services threaten stability. The government must balance big ambitions with meeting citizens' needs. Great power competition brings investment, but also the risk of becoming a pawn. Maintaining autonomy amid foreign interests will require deft diplomacy. Somaliland's transformation is remarkable, but its future remains uncertain. The opportunities for prosperity and recognition are real, but so are the dangers. Somaliland's next chapter will depend on its ability to balance ambition with caution. If you found this video valuable, hit like, subscribe, and share widely.